Hi, Gemini. This is your Sun, Moon, and Rising reading for March 2018. And when I do Sun, Moon, and Rising readings, I think of Sun, Moon, and Rising as three layers of a person. The moon representing the internal, what we really feel, what we really think. And I think that the people with whom we let our hair down, let our guard down, see our moon sign energy, roommates, long-term partners that we live with, children that we live with comfortably. Our sun sign, of course, there are always things we can spot in the spirit of somebody that indicate their sun sign. Gemini, communicative, sort of eternally interested, fun. And sometimes some people can be sort of, glib about a sun sign, assigning characteristics in a really general way. And I don't like to do that because there are so many factors that contribute to who a person is. And the ascendant, such an important sign, determines, where our first house is, determines where every other house is. But for these purposes, it's really our sort of exterior self, right? Who we are in new situations with new people, the image we manage before we really know people. Sometimes affects our public image. So if I find a reader that I resonate with, I'll sometimes watch all three to get an integrated sense of all the energies. Sort of helps me meditate on the whole picture. So that's the way I think when I do Sun, Moon, Rising reading. So this is a variation on the Gypsy Tarot spread. It moves from left to right. The first column is you, the querent. The second column is your environment. The third is what is known to you. The fourth is what is unknown to you. This fifth column is your hopes and fears, or both. The sixth column is your near future, and the seventh column is your overall outcome. Now going this way, this is the condition. This is what's manifesting, and this is what's at the root of that, and I'll explain it as I go along. So Gemini, in the month of March, this is you, the Five of Swords. So you may be conflicted about something in the month of March at some point. That's manifesting as the Queen of Wands, though, which is a very beautiful fire energy, somebody enterprising who's protected by their own intuition. Very wise and emerging from all life's lessons, being so wise that they're still very much life-loving. It's a powerful fire energy. It's actually the card of Cancer. And what's at the root of that is the Hierophant. It's the card of Taurus. Indicates like a middle ground between heaven and earth, sometimes in the form of institutions, sets of rules, protocols. Sometimes it can represent commitment or marriage. Sometimes corporations, governments. So in the month of March, driven by this Hierophant energy, you may have some inner conflict, but it manifests as a sort of powerful energy. Let's look at your environment. In your environment, we have the Three of Pentacles. So something that's happening in your environment is constructive, is well underway, is yielding early fruits, is successful, kind of humming along. And that's manifesting as the Six of Pentacles, which is a sort of equal exchange of resources, a balanced exchange of resources, something that's mutually beneficial to the parties involved. Fair in its sort of balance of agenda. And what's at the root of that is, it's usually referred to as a leap of faith. So it's the naive energy of a beginning, that beginner's mind, what gives us the enthusiasm to move forward with pure excitement without being dismayed by lessons in that area necessarily. So it's actually very wise to move forward with such freedom. It's the beginning of a new series through the lessons. So that's in your environment. So your environment seems very fresh and successful at the moment. What is known to you, Gemini, is the Knight of Cups. So this is the card of Pisces. Pisces is mutable water energy. This can represent, I'm getting a lot of things. There are several planets in Pisces right now. So I'm getting that may be part of this. This can be a love offering coming in. But whatever this is, it's known to you, whether it's the energy or whether it's a person, or whether it's just this sort of you get a sense that better things are moving in to your world. Let's look at how this is manifesting to get a clearer idea. So it's manifesting as the Page of Pentacles. So new opportunities are being brought to you. And you know this. And what's driving that is sort of pure Pentacles energy, this open doorway to abundance, sort of unbridled, unblocked opportunity. So you're very much aware of this force. This force that's driving this Knight of Cups energy and manifesting in this opportunity. Now let's look at what's unknown to you, Gemini. The Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups facing the Knight of Cups. So this could mean a few different things also. This is the card of Cancer. The queens represent the cardinal signs in the tarot. Cancer is the cardinal sign of water. Cancer card can represent the mother, can represent the home. This can represent the idea that this is a love offering that's coming in that's not entirely mature, where they're facing one another. Let's see how it's manifesting, this unknown Queen of Cups. So it is creating some anxiety for you. And what's behind that is the King of Cups. Well, the King of Cups is Scorpio. We have a lot of Cups royalty here. I don't know if if maybe some established relationship is being shaken up by a new love offer. Something like that for some of you. But it is creating anxiety, and it is presently unknown to you. So, however that fits into your life, Gemini, you might want to think about that. Let's look at your hopes and fears. Okay, so you fear this heartbreak as experienced in the mind, this anguish of heartache, this disruption. Of course, everybody would fear that. And that's manifesting as the Lovers. So I guess it would be your fear is awakening you to a choice. So you may be the one who has to make a choice. But this is the card of you, Gemini. So maybe you're hoping to be chosen. Since this is your hopes and fears. Or I suppose, I'm trying to get clear here. I suppose you could fear that you will be heartbroken. Let's see what's behind this. The Sun. Okay, so I think you're hoping to be chosen. I think it's possible for some of you, for whomever this reading is meant, you feel very joyful about a possibility. You're feeling almost as though if it doesn't work out a certain way, you won't have this sun shining in your life the way you can envision it. It seems to have taken on a lot of meaning. Let's look at your near future. The Three of Cups. Some people would read this as the possibility of a third party situation. So you have the Three of Pentacles here. Okay, you have this inner conflict here. But it's manifesting as this kind of beautiful energy, sensual energy, driven by the Hierophant. Commitment, perhaps. In your environment, you have everybody working well together. You have a leap of faith. You have mutually beneficial manifestation. And you know that there is an offer coming in. You know that there is opportunity. But you don't know about this Queen of Cups, rooted in this King of Cups, and this anxiety that's going to manifest. And something is making you fear disruption. But yet you're driven by this. I think maybe there's something more is going to be revealed to you. Let's see what's manifesting from this Three of Cups. So, the Hermit. prudence, you know, going within. It's probably a really good idea. Seems like this might be a really pivotal moment, you know, and it seems like, well, definitely in your mind, there's a lot at stake. There may in fact be, but I think this is really a really wonderful move, you know, to sort of step back, go within, try and get peaceful. See what's driving this. So the Ace of Swords. Okay, so at the root of this sort of Three of Cups and this Hermit energy is a truth. There is a truth to find. You know, there is a truth to find that will bring clarity. Clarity will bring peace. You know, peace can end inner conflict. Let's look at your overall outcome, Gemini. The Star. Well, the Star is the card of Aquarius. There are different meanings. It can mean, you know, great hopefulness. It can also mean abandonment. I feel a real sense in this reading of this being between. Like there's a between here. You know, like it's a critical moment. The major arcana, the Hierophant, the Fool, the Lovers, and the Hermit. The institution exists. The Fool is happening. You know, the leap of faith is happening. The choice is yours. The Sun. Major arcana, the Sun, and the Star. Let's see how the Star is manifesting. Okay, the Star is manifesting as the Emperor. So the Star is manifesting as a command over the elements. This is the card of Aries. Control of the situation. And what's at the root of that is the Four of Cups. So dissatisfaction. Let me look at the bottom of the deck, because I regretted not doing that in the last reading. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Pentacles, which would make the theme of all this something you're working toward. Something you're working toward. And yet, as the reading progresses, things unfold very much on their own. And I think maybe more letting it unfold, Gemini. You know? More letting it unfold is probably, no, a little bit. Maybe if you're working hard towards something and you're conflicted inside this, you know, for whomever this is meant, maybe, you know, just take your hands off the wheel a little bit. Go within. Find your own inner light, your own inner truth. Yeah, that's... I don't think there's going to be any big magic wrap-up to this reading, Gemini. From whoever this is meant. You know. Maybe this is a good time to to look at, you know, if Gemini is your sun sign, maybe this is a good time to look at your moon reading in particular, to see how things are playing out with people really close to you, or to look at your rising reading, you know, the reading of your rising sign, to see how, you know, to how people are seeing you from the outside. Because I just, you know, I don't feel like a sense of wrap up. You know, I feel like this is a moment of between for you, Gemini. Okay, that's what I have for you for the month of March. Thank you so much for being here.